welcome to another episode of Random Things with BK. Today I'm going to be taking you through the process of restoring a cast iron pan. And I know a lot of people don't really use cast iron anymore, but it is really a great type of pan to use, especially during camping and stuff, but I actually like really using them at my house as well. This particular pan was neglected and was gifted to me, and so I am endeavoring to restore it. So I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like now. So you can see the lid here has a lot of buildup and burnt stuff on it. And so we are going to also show you the pan itself has had water sitting in it, and it's completely rusted. And it's not really something you'd want to cook a hamburger in anymore. And then you can also see that it has quite a bit of damage, rust and whatnot all around the edges. So the best way to restore one they have gotten that far gone is to sandblast them. So today that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop this into the sandblast cabinet, and we're going to get it all cleaned up. And then once it's done with that, then we'll go through the process to re-season them. I will say this, if your pan is not that far gone and just has like a little bit of rust or a little bit of whatever, it's better to clean it up and re-season on the seasoning that's there, because that, it's hard. It takes time to build that seasoning up to the level that, say an older pan would have. But when they get real far gone, this is stripping them all the way down is really the best way to do it. So I'm going to take us on over to the sandblast cabinet now. All right, so as you can see, I have finished the sandblasting on the pan, and it is in much better shape. It's got a little tiny bit of surface in here because it sat out in my Jeep for a night, but after I got done, so I'm about to wash it up, and then we're going to get it in the oven to season it, and I'll show you that process as well. All right, so one of the reasons I'm washing it, you're like, hey, why are you putting that thing in water? The reason is that I got to get all the sand and grime off of it, because I don't want to bake that in. And anytime you clean one of these down to this level, you want to do this. So don't worry, it's not going to rust. We're going to get oil on it here in just a minute, and then it's going to go into a 400-degree oven for usually about 3 to 4 hours. So we'll just see how the process goes. But you can see I'm cleaning all that up. It's cleaning up really good. And we're going to rinse it with some hot water. And then I'm going to dry it off. Now, because this is cast, it kind of stays wet for a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this water off of it. All right, and then we're going to take a break, and we're just going to let it dry for just a minute on its own, and then we'll come back and we'll apply the oil to it. What I like to use while we're letting that dry, I found this Blackstone griddle seasoning, and it's a cast iron conditioner, and I get this at Walmart, and I use it to keep my griddle, my Blackstone griddle going. nice and conditioned. And so I've started using it on my cast iron pans too, because it works really good for seasoning them. So just give it a couple of minutes for this to dry good, and then we'll get started. I just get in here like real good in this, and I get a good amount of this on here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the handle last, and I'm just going to rub it all over this pan. You see it's kind of got, it's like Crisco almost, or a lard, which back in the day, that's what they would have used. It's just a lard or an animal fat. And you can see I'm putting it everywhere. I want it all over the edges, all in the bottom, a good coating. Get some more, flip it over, and get it all over the bottom. Rub it into that, any crevice, crack, anything. I want to get a good coating of this stuff on it. And this won't be the last time we do this either. We'll probably apply this 2 to 3 times, usually about every hour is what I like to do. During the process. So I'm going to get it on this handle real good too. And do a little extra wipe on the inside. And I'll just take my cloth and set it right there. Grab me a little piece of this. Grab this handle. And then we're going to put it in the oven. Like I said, I set this oven at 400 degrees. So I'm going to set it in there. And then I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour. And I'll come back and check it. And we'll check in then. All right, so the pan's been in there for an hour. We're going to pull it out and put some more seasoning on it. But you can see it's starting to get a nice black to it. We're using a cast iron pan pot holder here. I'm going to set it down on this hot pad because it's hot. Probably about 400 degrees. I'm going to put another coat on everything. Down, so use my little pot holder, flip it over. Alright, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to flop it back into the oven. But I'm going to take and wipe this handle down again, because when you put the pot holder on there, it wipes it off, and then we're going to let it go for another hour. Alright, so the pan's been in there for an hour now. We're going to use our... Alright, so you can see that we're starting to get a lot darker on the color now. We're going to give it one more wipe down and let it go for 1 more hour, and then we'll be finished. Alright, so as you can see, we have finished the seasoning process on this pan, and it's got a really good color now. I've wiped out some of the excess, and now it's just ready to cook in, and it'll continue to cure as we cook in it, but it is good and coated and will not rust again. So I know I showed some pictures of the lid. I'm still working on that, but the pan's ready to go. So I had to get it seasoned and so it didn't rust again. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have any cast iron pans, that's how you get them cleaned up and re-seasoned. And if it was, please like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.